Hiya, hiya, Mon. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Hi. Hello. Happy 413. Happy Homestuck Anniversary Day. Happy Homestuck Day. Hello. Hiya, hiya. It's me, Daiya Fortuna, your resident VTuber of the internet. And here, today, on this day of days, I am going to tell you about a story. A story of a webcomic that I, for the longest time, have been trying to forget. And that all ends now. Hi. For many of you, you'll have no idea what this stream is about, but hopefully by the end of it, I will be able to articulate enough of what I'm talking about that you'll have an idea of what exactly Homestuck is/was. And, I don't want to say that you'll come out of this better. Definitely worse. Definitely more emotionally not unstable. Yes. Toby Fox made music for it. That's true. That's true. Hi. I managed to skip this era of the internet. Well, we're dragging you back in. We're dragging you back in. But to start things off, let's start with a little history lesson. How about? So, Homestuck started in 2009, and the entire premise started around a kid named John getting bored in his room and playing a game. That game ends up ending the world, to sum things up in very short terms. But don't worry, he has friends, and they're going to try and figure out how to fix things. Maybe. Who knows? So I will not lie. I feel like I need to make a disclaimer here. This is not meant to be a complete educational deep dive on everything. This is a deep dive into my memories of what Homestuck is and was from the lens of somebody who has not touched or consumed any aspect of the media since my introduction to it in 2011 or 2012. I went through a really embarrassing phase that I drink to forget to this day. Not really. But it's one that I don't publicly acknowledge very often, but I thought it would be a really fun opportunity to look back on now that I am an adult and I'm here. So why not? Why not look through the nostalgic of it? Will you use funny hyperbole to recall what you remember? Yes, hands down, indubitably. So I just want to emotionally prepare everyone. This is not a comprehensive guide. This is not everything, but I do want to go over some fun little points, and of course, as the name of the title of this stream does declare, we will finally once and for all be myth-busting something that I have been curious about since this copypasta rumor urban legend was first made its appearance on the internet, which is the infamous Sharpie bathtub dying. So we'll try that out today. Hiya, welcome in. Could have sworn it was real. You never know. But yeah, more than anything, it was real. Someone actually did it. Well, we're gonna do it today. We're gonna do it again today. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'm myth busting it today. I'm going to test the logistics of how it's possible. Because why not? Why not? I have nothing better to do. I've set myself aside for this, and I've already bought the Sharpies, and I have the water ready. So really, why not? You know? I wouldn't put it past a Homestuck fan to do so. Me neither. Me neither. I think something more. Put soap in the hotel hot tub. Yeah, that seems pretty par for the course for conventions. Of which Homestuck's culture was really dependent upon, if you ask me. The comic itself is long. It is plodding and long-winded, enjoyable in parts. I'm not going to lie though, the entire, like, a long-standing part of my recollection of the comic was literally my friends telling me, hey, this comic is great, you should read it. No matter what you do, no matter how bored you get, you have to read until at least Act 3, because once Act 3 starts, things will be interesting. The most iconic part, the most recognizable aspect of Homestuck that has likely haunted you and a local convention near you is the gray face painted trolls, right? They're not, their skin is actually gray, but gray painted troll cosplayers, I should clarify. Homestuck was Tumblr's One Piece, I would agree with that. They don't show up until Act 5. You don't, like, the primary storylines involving the troll characters in Homestuck don't appear until Act 5. Act 5 began its run in, God, what year was that? I remember being, when I started so Part 5, Act 2 was still being released. So, wait. Act 5. When did it release? Let's see here. No. When did the first one start? I'm just so curious. I don't remember when Act 5, Act 1 started. I forgot it's not part. They do just acts. But yeah, I can't get an exact timeline on that off the top of my head, and I'm very sorry for that. But a good while in. Remember how hard it was to parse some of the troll dialogue scenes? Yeah, that's because of text quirks. 612 on some year. Something like that. 61210. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Act 5, Act 2 was the best Homestuck ever was. I left the Homestuck, like, comic reading. I left it in Act 5, Act 3, God, I don't remember. But they eventually got into a point of, like, subsecting the subsections into oblivion as a bit. Much like myself, I think that Homestuck had a really, really common hobby of running a bit into the ground. It looks good. Oh, thank you. Do you like it? I have a little mud on my face. Yeah, I'm gray. I painted myself gray for the occasion. Is there a Homestuck historian you know? No, actually. No one. There is one single person that I know who has read Homestuck in my personal life, and I messaged her about 10 minutes ago. To let her know Happy Homestuck Day with no context. I sent her Happy 413. Thank you for being my Moirail. And then I put a bunch of text quirks in there. And she immediately responded like a few minutes later. And she was like, I'm going to kill you. I forgot about this. Why did you make me remember? It's like remembering a dying language. How could you fucking do this to me? So, well, Serenity, obviously, yeah, Serenity is actually a very, I would imagine, a very, very well-versed Homestuck historian. That's true. She's very knowledgeable in all things Tumblr, specifically. So I would not be surprised if that woman is very well-versed in the matters of Durson Prospect and everything. That bad. It's not bad, it's just a lot of people, myself included, hold a lot of embarrassment toward their time in the Homestuck fandom, I guess. All of us have tried to forget because it's embarrassing. Exactly. However, I'm killing the part of me that cringes, and today is truly my final boss fight because, again, I have pretended that I do not know what Homestuck is for the longest while. is that will make it closer to the original story. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm sure Daiya Fortuna, resident bartender and casino owner, can figure out where to find some alcohol. God, did I have so much fun when I was into... Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is that, yes, Homestuck and Homestuck's fandom is embarrassing, right? It's like saying you liked My Little Pony. Exactly. I admitted that too. It is embarrassing because of the fact that the memories that we attribute to it are embarrassing, and the general public perception is not great. For good reason, I would say. However, it was fun. It was silly, and we have to forgive ourselves for being a little silly and having fun. You're allowed to be silly. You're allowed to be embarrassing. You're allowed to have fun, okay? So, yeah. The fandom was cringe and splintered off into the Undertale fandom, among other things. Exactly. One of the big reasons why Undertale's fandom is a direct... Like, there's so many people who went from the Homestuck pipeline into Undertale. And one of the very big aspects of that is because, hey, fun fact, did you know Megalovania is in Homestuck? Which predates its appearance in Undertale. Did you know that? Did you know? This is because of the fact that the composer for Homestuck is, that's right, you guessed it, Toby Fox. And Toby regularly integrated, to my knowledge, Megalovania into most of the works that he composed for, to my understanding. But I'm not super knowledgeable on Toby Fox's history with composing for other works outside of Homestuck and Undertale. But yes, Megalovania has been around for a very, very, very long time. And actually there were a number of memes pertaining to Homestuck and Megalovania before Undertale was released. So all of us were children once. Exactly. Homestuck had some bangers. Actually, I would still say to this day that Homestuck has a very, very good soundtrack. Hiya, I love Homestuck. Even my Momo has a God tier hoodie. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I always wanted a God tier cosplay. I really wanted to cosplay this character in the bottom right here. Her name is Jade, and I really liked her God tier outfit. Specifically, her outfit is actually, they jokingly refer to it as dog tier, because they wear the jammies, right? The little, like the blue one, the jammies. That's John. They wear the jammies for their God tier outfits, right? But Jade's outfit has ears. She has dog ears. They're very cute. Yes, fun fact, Toby put a Homestuck Mpreg song in Pokemon, but Game Freak. Yeah. Yes. God tier J with dog ears is awesome. That was objectively the best one, I think. I really liked that one a lot. It was my favorite of the costumes, of the outfits. Yeah. So I never painted myself gray, actually. I was a really, really big fan of the comic, but I never cosplayed. I never painted myself gray, and so today, in honor of this day of days, we're fixing that. He what? Oh yeah. Did you not know? Did you not know? That's not for today though, because that's peripheral. That's not the meat and potatoes of today, okay? We're focusing on other things today. We're focusing more so on an homage to the culture that came out of Homestuck. I never went to a hangout or anything like that. I went to conventions and I saw Homestuck cosplayers, but I never cosplayed and I never engaged. Like, I was never, like, going to meetups or hanging out, but we needed to inform the Mons. Yeah. Yeah. I think the song that he tried to do for, I think the Homestuck one ended up getting cut, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Do not quote me on that. I don't remember how that worked. But yeah. There was many fanworks that came out of Homestuck, as you can imagine. Cosplay was prevalent, art was pretty heavy, lots and lots of fan music, and lots of, like, animation memes to random songs. I absolutely was not allowed to miss this stream, as you shouldn't, As you better not. This is the Daiya Fortuna Homestuck stream where I finally dye my skin gray. Just my hand. I'm only dyeing one hand today because I need to be able to function. And fan fiction. Yeah, there was fan fiction too. There was a lot in general. Rex Dudasim Angelus. Yeah, oh my god, it's still a banger. There's so many many good songs. I think I tried to go back and forth for a little bit, but I remember when people used to make content on YouTube. People don't do that anymore. That's crazy. Not for Homestuck as much anymore. No, Homestuck had a lot of offshoot games that were released by What Pumpkin Games, which is a like subset of their so Homestuck, and then Homestuck's merch company was called What Pumpkin, and then What Pumpkin made its own gaming branch to try and make video games for Homestuck, and they are still very slowly, to my understanding, being updated to this day. But Pester Quest and the other games that have been made for Homestuck so far have not been super insanely... They haven't been able to rekindle the same spark. It's a miracle that any of those games even came out. This is true, because they were delayed as all get out. They were delayed insanely. Yeah. There was a whole drama around that, but I'm not going to lie. I was not familiar with it because by that point I had long since recovered. Wait, just everything except Beyond Canon and Homestuck 2, both which I don't partake in. Yeah. There's also Beyond Canon and Homestuck 2, which are other comics and other like supplemental material being made by the creator with like input from other people. Or I guess maybe the original creator stepped down. I'm not sure. But whatever the case is, we're not about that. We're talking about specifically, we're on the nostalgia train. We are on the nostalgia train. Choo choo choo. Turns out a bunch of theater kids weren't the best at managing a multimedia franchise. It was kind of like every single instance of Tumblr trying to run anything, which is a lot of young people with lots and lots of dreams and big ideas and not a lot of applicable skills to make it possible. And so it's a lot of promising and not a lot of actual accomplishment, if that makes sense. Webcomic drama doesn't get gray markers on a skin. Exactly. You understand me. So all this is to say, I have a lot of fond memories. I have a lot of unfond memories. It's a very, very brief period of my life when I was into this comic, but something that I've always been interested in, something that has been famous. There's so many things. There's so many, like, you know, don't get into Homestuck. There's lots and lots of inside jokes about it. It was so cringy and embarrassing, but it was truly a cringe renaissance, I think. It was so fun. I need to ask, did you have a troll Sona? I did, but I don't have any art of her on hand, unfortunately. I don't have any drawings of her or anything like that. But please troll me as you please. My pre-Homestuck Problem Sleuth hoodie is going to be so disappointed we're only talking about Homestuck. Okay. We can talk about a little bit of Problem Sleuth. I wasn't super into Problem Sleuth. I was into a little bit of it. Yeah, troll sonas. People would make OCs of their, of trolls, right? Because there's a hierarchy with the trolls. I'm going to have to explain so much lore today, and this stream is probably going to be much longer than I originally anticipated, only because of the fact that I did not think about how far we were getting into this. I will say, after the skin painting, after we test the dyeing, what we're going to do afterwards is probably do I'm going to find some online quizzes, like some of the old ones, because I haven't done them in a very long time, and we will try that out. Once you start getting into the rabbit hole, you realize how much there is, and I keep remembering new things. I have fond memories of, being very, very young in school and, giggling and laughing with my friend over, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's a stuffed bunny, oh my god, and you just, and it's in a box, oh my god, put the bunny back in the box, oh my god, put the bunny back in the box. Like there's so many dumb little jokes that became, when you're, the thing about it is that I think it was a lot of people, like, it was baby's first fandom for a lot of people, I think. In my case, I think it was probably, did you ever chaos dunk the bunny back in the box? Yes, of course. Of course. Am I a fool? Of course I did. But I think it was a lot of people's, like, first introduction to a very, very obsessive and devoted fandom. Which is why, and it was very XD lol random in its humor. Not necessarily in the same way as, like, okay, it's not really XD lol random. That's not a good descriptor. What it was excessive amounts of irony and random interjections of, like, little tiny bits that it would then run off into their own things and spin them off into their own realities. I've been into a fandom before, but boy was it a different experience with witnessing this one. It was. Obviously, like, I watched anime. I'd been watching anime for a while before getting into this, but I was like, again, I was very young, like, and when you are too young to go on the internet without a parent's permission on those 13 and up websites, but you are getting to that point of, like, I am a tween, I'm cool. I feel like there was a lot of us who grew up in that specific, like, time period there, where finding Homestuck was like a secret cool kids club, and obviously no part of it was actually cool, but it was like a camaraderie in a sense of, like, community that I don't think a lot of us had experienced. All the XD random scene kids became Homestucks. That should explain it. Yeah, we did. Welcome to the Tumblr. Hatalia fandom found a new oh god, found a new hyper obsession due to having no new content and needing anything to do with themselves. Unsupervised internet access as a child made me the man I am today. Yeah, unfortunately, it's why I am the way I am. Homestuck felt like the coolest website ever because you could just continue reading from your saved page. That's true. It did feel pretty cool. It was cool to you at the time, and that's what matters most. Yeah, it was like, let me take a brief moment from, you know, in my experience, it was, let me take a real quick break from reading, you know, act 2, act blah, 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 of Homestuck because I gotta go and play Pop Tropica with my friends. You know, like, it was very much like that kind of, I'm cool, I'll do what I want, I'll read I'll read webcomics with banner ads for smut. Oh god, don't even get me started on, like, the weird Smuppets and all the weird, like, just random, like, just really, really strange random stuff in Homestuck. Grew up with the internet coming to be an unregulated completely. Oh yeah, I am a child of the internet, for better or for worse. I was definitely older than you when I was into it, but it was extremely baby's first fandom. Yeah, because that's the thing is that I think a lot of people have to understand that the overwhelming majority, I would say, of people who were into Homestuck during the heyday were not grown adults. The people you were seeing running around in gray face paint at malls and posting funny little posts on the internet, there were a good number of them, sure, but the overwhelming majority was like, yeah, was like tweens and teens, right? It was very much like this little secret, like, huh, I'm so cool. And that's why a lot of the humor was so accessible, I guess, was because among all of the jargon and the babble of, like, a very verbose and very, very long-winded storyline, right? The random little interjections of comedy were very random, spontaneous, chaotic, and just very, like, bam in your face, in a way that I can only describe as being most successful and most receptive to an audience of teenagers, because it's very much the kind of humor that tweens and teens find funny, if that makes sense. At least I found it more accessible because of that. I read Homestuck during my last free summer break. Oh, the memories. Definitely happened around college time for me. Kingdom Hearts and parking lot type kids. Yeah. I don't know anything about Homestuck and I'm kind of afraid to ask. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's why I'm here. Chidori! Thank you for the super. Good morning, card dealer. Hope you're having fun. Super excited for the VOD. Can't wait to hear about my Oshis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, we're going to get into it. But anyways, all this is to say, there were a lot of young people doing really stupid stuff because they loved Homestuck. Okay? Yes, sweet bro and hella Jeff existed. And again, yo bro dude sweet, like stupid slipping down the stairs, like again, there was just something, a little bit of something for everyone. Explain the lore. I'm not explaining it in complete entirety because dear God, it would be take forever, but I'll do a little bit. That fear keeps you innocent. Protect that fear. Truly. Yeah, you don't need to experience it. Yeah, I warned you about those stairs, bro. We were lucky TikTok wasn't a thing or recording each other wasn't so viral. Yeah, I think Vine came around at the end tail of that in like 2016 or something. And I do know that there were like Vine and Musical.lys, I think probably of cosplayers. Is there any modern equivalent to Homestuck now? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I think it was Homestuck and Danganronpa around the same time. I would say that same subset group of kids found those. I say that because I was a really big Danganronpa kid, and I know that was embarrassing for me too. I still like the Danganronpa games, and I will die on that hill. Are they the best thing on the planet? No. Are they enjoyable? Yes. Undertale after that. After that, I would say probably one of the closest ones right now that we're getting is, what is it called? Pomni's, show. That one. The amazing circus? The amazing digital circus. Yeah, Digital Circus. I would say Digital Circus's fan base does feel very much in that same, like, level of chaos. I would also say maybe Helleva's, because Helleva's audience is very clearly trying to be an adult show for adults, but the subject matter and the way that it's handled is so edgy 2010, 2011 YouTuber, kind of, that I think that Helleva and Has-Been ends up becoming a very teenager-oriented space. Yeah. I was thinking Has-Been. Yeah, I would say Has-Been. Helleverse. It's also aimed at adults, but a lot of teenagers love it. Exactly. I never liked Vivi's stuff because the writing is immature. Yeah, it's a little bit... Yeah, they're very popular. And I you know... Also reminds me of early FNAF. Yeah, a little bit. I would say so. I think there are a lot of people who ended up in Undertale and FNAF because of the kind of, like, overlap, I guess. But anyways, all this is to say that there's a lot of people who were doing dumb stuff back then, right? And one such instance was a very, very, very well-known post on Tumblr that was made, and allow me to read this really quick because I just realized I can't read it at the size it's at. 1 second. Okay, allow me to read the Sharpie bath post in its entirety. 1 second. I'm reading it. We're reading it today, okay? So, this was an alleged occurrence that took place at Anime Expo in 2011. So we have a good amount of information on it. So somewhere between July 1st and July 4th. And the post, as cited on cancerously.tumblr.com post, the specific post was someone else's account of this individual. So again, I don't know if anybody ever came forward with proof that it was them. I'm not entirely sure, but this is the reason for the Sharpie bath, and this is the reason why we are myth busting this today. So I am going to read this really quick. So, via a recent reblog, I found out that the story of my friend's hotel room had circulated far and wide across the internet. May I just say that this story is completely true, and I was there to witness the bathroom. The post was made on place here, but neither of us circulated back to Tumblr because we do not want to connect the two sites. I'll repost the story and then go into details after. The story goes as posted by my friend and experienced firsthand. Room with friends for Anime Expo. They have a few stragglers to make up for last-minute dropouts in the room. They don't know one of the girls too well, but they need the money. Girls probably where the term ham beast originated, as well as a few other words. Weeaboo. Wow. Okay, these are rude. Anyways. So they get to the convention on Friday night. The woman in question is 3 hours late. She throws her stuff all over the room. She starts talking about Homestuck. Saturday rolls around. She wants to be a troll cosplay. She goes into the restroom. She's getting into her troll makeup. Takes a really, really long time. People go into the room, and it turns out that she has been using the bathtub and has been filling it with alcohol and Sharpies, and she ends up ruining the entire bathroom. Yeah. So you were at the Homestuck meetup. Wait, where this happened? That's crazy. And she was a Terezi cosplayer slandering my fave. Oh no. But yeah, so to make a very long story short, she ruined the entire bathroom. It is filled with 70% alcohol and Sharpie dye. There's bottles and Sharpies everywhere. It's all over the walls, on the tile, almost all the towels, several articles of clothing and bags in the bathroom. And yeah. She gets kicked out of the room. She pays $700 in damage fees. She gets skin poisoning damage. And everybody comes out of it with a rather negative perception, apparently. That's the story that as was posted. To clarify, it was one of those situations where my friend needed people in her room desperately, as people had dropped out, and we all know how expensive those hotels were. They had known the girl from a prior convention, and of course she seemed sane enough, but things just went progressively downhill as the convention went on. People have been saying that one can't get ink poisoning from Sharpies, and while you actually can, the other thing was she had a mix of Sharpies and 70% alcohol to dye herself in. Along with alcohol poisoning, overexposure to the substances can produce various negative effects on the body. I was called about the situation and dropped by my friend's hotel as they were moving stuff out. The whole hotel room reeked of Sharpies and alcohol. There were handprints and streaks of gray-black Sharpie residue everywhere, as they had kept Terry there to take down the hotel staff to report the incident and have her pay for the damages. So that's the story. It happened. I'll try to dig up a picture of the hotel bathroom if I can find it, because, damn, shit was redonk. The moral of the story is not to be an idiot and think before you act. So, you would think that maybe that would be a bad decision and we should all not do that. And you're right. But I'm gonna do it today anyways. Not on a large scale, but we're going to test it out of curiosity. I think the biggest weird thing is the Rick and Morty, given that spilled outside of conventions and stuff. Oh, that's true. Rick and Morty fans were pretty weird. I don't know how you could come to the conclusion that you need to bathe in Sharpie. No idea. I don't know how she thought that was a good idea. Wouldn't the alcohol just wash away with ink work? I've got no idea. But VTubers don't make good choices, and I am actively willing to. I'm not gonna hurt myself. Don't worry. It's going to be watered down. We're doing a control, so this isn't perfect. There is water in here. Actually, let me move myself over here really fast, so I can show you the sick setup. How about? Here you go. Daiya Fortuna comes to you live to tell you never put Sharpie ink on your skin. Now let's watch Daiya Fortuna put Sharpie ink on her skin. I want to know if it works, and this is the best way to test it, Mons. So, heck it. It's one hand. If I lose a hand, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not actually going to lose a hand. It'll be fine. We're going to be okay. Anyways, so, this is water. I have water. I'm also going to put... Where is it? Is this my vodka? Or is this my rum? Nope, this is my vodka. Okay. I'm also gonna put vodka in here. Not a ton, but probably 3 to 4 shots worth at least. Just enough to get a nice alcohol base. We're also going in with Sharpies. I don't have pure gray, so I'm going to be primarily using an olivey green gray, and then a little tiny bit of black to darken it up a bit. So, that's the plan. I thought you were gonna spit in there. No. Time to put a pirate hook on. No, it'll be fine. Still want to know why you shouldn't use body paint. Why Sharpies? I have no idea. I assume it's because of the fact that there was a really, really famous thing about Homestuck cosplayers at the time, where people would complain ad nauseum about the fact that the Homestuck cosplayers had a lot of problems with leaving streaks of gray paint in hotel rooms. There were a lot of people who were like really complaining about that. So my assumption is that a genius, super smart, I cannot say that with more sarcasm, in her attempt to try out something else to solve that problem, to make it so that she didn't have to worry about putting, you know, her hands not being gray, but also not having to worry about whether or not she got paint on things. I imagine, why don't I just dye my skin gray temporarily for my cosplay? Seemed like if you were a preteen or teenager at a convention, yeah, I guess you could think that was a good idea. And in her attempt to cause less damage, she caused more. Could they just buy gray face paint? 110% yes. Yeah. Molly Dove, thank you for the tip. Has anyone seen my cos top? What's that? That's too much. Yeah, so, hey. It's fine. But I don't actually know how to get the ink out of a Sharpie. So that's the first matter of business, is how get ink out Sharpie? Wait, should we put the alcohol in first? Or after? I don't know. I'm gonna try it now. I don't... In hindsight, I should have thought about this part first. I think the plan is to... Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can... Oh, there we go. I yanked off the nub. Okay. Nub is out. Okay. Nothing has come out. I think it's just the nub. Okay. If I put the nub in there, and then... Okay. I don't think there's anything else in there. And then, on the nub, pour alcohol. Thank God. You know, I was wondering what I was gonna do with all this vodka, so, you know, we're figuring it out. Progress, people. Okay. It is not darkening up quite as fast as I would like it to. I don't know how many Sharpies per volume you're supposed to use, either, but we'll figure it out. The ink won't properly in a water-based solution. Oh, shit. Okay. I just realized my hands are now covered in vodka water. Okay. Let me just grab a paper towel really fast and dry my gloves off. Okay. So what I'm hearing is I need to just pour alcohol directly in. Okay. I'm learning things, Mons. Today I learned lots of things. Okay. So, in that case, what I should do, 1 second. Allow me to take a brief moment. Put that back in there. Back in there for a second. I'm going to put the lid back on there. I'm going to go run back really quick. And it's not doing very well. Okay, I'll be right back. I don't like the idea of... Maybe it won't suspend very equally. Okay, but I need more alcohol than water. So what you're telling me is I just need more alcohol. That should be fine. I can do more alcohol. Okay, well, goodbye, vodka. You've served a good purpose. Do you think rum will be okay too? Ah, fuck it. I got a lot of Calypso. It's cheap. That's why I bought it. It's because it's cheap shit. Needs to match the story. Yep, you're right. Accuracy. Accuracy. Okay, so this is. There we go. Should be a sponge in it with actual ink. Okay, awesome. Let me see what I can do there then. Okay. Is there any other part of the... Huh, okay. Just a recipe for a good weekend? I think so too. I don't know how to get that out of there, but it's no longer floating because there's so much alcohol. So... I was floating at one point. It's not anymore. Which is interesting. That'll be fine. Okay. At least I have oh goddess. You can smell it. It's like palpable. Okay. Give me a second. Let me figure this out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. What is that? It's the bottom of a Sharpie. Mamons. Have you no sense of creativity? Okay, I gotta figure out how to, like, how does one break a Sharpie? How, is it leaking? It seems to be. I don't think so. I think the Sharpie is leaking. If I just break it, do you think? Do you think I could just break it? Is it possible? Ugh. If I just... Okay. If I just... Okay, I really can't break... I want to so bad. Do you have a hammer? Do I? Do I have a hammer? Oh. I don't think so. I don't think I have one on hand. Wait, maybe. Maybe I might. No, I don't think I do. It's okay. Like a knife or something? Some Sharpies can be opened. Don't think this one can. It's okay. I have a knife somewhere around here, but I can't seem to find it either. That's okay. I could try cutting it. I could try breaking it with my super strong arms. Ugh. It's gonna give eventually. Oh, wait. Ha! I'm so strong, Mons. I'm fucking jacked. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That's right. That's fucking right. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so green. I didn't expect it to be so green. I wanted it to be gray. This isn't gonna come out right at all at this rate. Okay. Let's just exclusively just ask maybe I can just drop it in there a little bit. Might be okay. Just kind of maybe, oh, I could just lick that kind of and just kind of, oh, there we go. That's good. There we go. Green is my favorite shade of gray. Hiya, welcome, welcome. Hi, Bossard. Oh, Bossard, you wanted to join me for this. Do you want to join me while I dunk my hand? And we did a little bit of talking about the history, but you could come and talk with me about your experiences with Homestuck. Would you like to? Do you still want to? Yes, please? Okay, give me a second. I'll just leave that in there for now. Keep your secrets. Okay. Give me a second. Whenever, no rush. No. You gotta get in. You can get in on this now. While I experience I experience well, no, my hands are really, really messy. How about I finish this and then I'll call. I'll call after we do this. Let me make history real fast. Okay. Then we will go on adventures. Okay. So far, what I am learning is there's a lot of ink in these things. Okay, so that's good. Okay. So really trying to just really wring as much of the ink out of here as I can. And then, ugh. Daiya? What? Huh. Yeah, I know. Me too, little buddy. I know. I think that's kind of how the Daiya Fortuna channel experience tends to make people feel, bud. Okay. Sounds like Puppy is a little bit disgruntled, so allow me to go and let him out after drying my hands of green, because dear God, there's a lot of green everywhere. And then, oh God, my hands. Oh my God, wait, my headphones. Oh, I didn't think this through. Okay, wait a second. I got this. Oh God, it's like, if you've ever dyed your hair. God, it's just like that. Okay. Yeah, except worse. Okay, and it smells like Sharpie. Oh God, and there's... Okay, I'm gonna open the door, because I think the fumes of the Sharpie is gonna get to me pretty bad otherwise. So why don't I do this, and then... Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back and the world is good. Okay. So, we're here. We're back. The world is good. Everything is safe. We got the green one done. Now it's time... Oh, I gotta go fishing in here for the little guy. See if I can get it. There we go. Put that in there as well. Okay. Making a mess as planned. Yeah, this is, again, recreation. Historical recreation for the sake of historical preservation purposes. Okay. So, again, I'm gonna take little pear. And I'm gonna... Oh God, I've gotta really, like, grab onto this one good. Okay. And then, once I've got a good hold, I can, like, twist and pull. Oh, well, there's particles now in the water. That'll be fine. Extra flavor. Extra flavor. Good juice. Good juice. I don't even think it matters. I can just rip this bad boy regardless. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, what I did learn is that, yes, you can take these off. There we go. You just have to apply a little bit of pressure and you're good. Okay, so the big thing we want to do is not add too much of the dark ink, because otherwise that's going to be bad. So maybe a few dots and we'll see from there. How about? Okay. Now I'm going to need a big thing to stir with. I'm just going to use this. I think that'll be good for now. Oh yeah, see, Mon-Mons? My understanding of color theory is working well for me here. That's looking pretty gray. They're
turning the friggin' frog rays diabetic.
Iron Spoon, thank you for 9 months. Hello, Daiya. I know this will change nothing, but remember, girl did get poisoned by this. Don't die or get hurt. Thank you. I promise I will be okay. I am just going to do a hand for a very brief moment to see if it discolors me at all. So, it is graying. Griggity, thank you for the soup. Calvary, thank you for the soup. How the hell do you afford enough high-proof alcohol to fill a bathtub but are too broke to buy a cheap face paint kit from Dollar General? No idea. Absolutely no clue. Are there chunks yet? Kind of. Okay. I think maybe a little bit more gray could be good. Just another drop or two. Just to really send it home, maybe. Okay. So, this bowl, never gonna be white again. But you've never done a Homestuck cosplay before? No. Okay, Mon-Mons. Get in. Jump in. You first, Mon-Mons. Oh my god, my desk is gonna be covered in Sharpie discoloration. Oh my god, Mon-Mons, we might have to raise money for a new desk after this. That's not great. Well, it'll be fine. I mean, I can stream on a desk that's slightly discolored. That's fine. Anyways. Okay. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing, Mon-Mons. Ugh, my gloves always get so sweaty. Ugh, gross. Okay. Here's the moment. Here's the moment. Let me put my hand up a little bit more. Why are there's particles? Okay, that's cool. Anyways. Well, immediately there's like chunks on my hand, but I don't think there's a lot in the way of... May just not be enough alcohol. Hiya, Daiya, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm not drinking this. Oh, there's no part of me that's drinking anything about this. No. Guessing not enough alcohol. Maybe not. Could be all the water. Yeah, it could be all the water. We'll see. We'll see. I am getting a nice ring around my hand, so maybe we'll be good. I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out. Instead of eggs this year we dye Daiya. Yeah. Can't have a Fortuna brew without some chunks. Yeah. Maybe move your hand around. Oh! Oh! I don't want it to overflow though. And the surface tension. It's getting really close to that edge. Okay. Because it kind of overfilled it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Well, so far, it's doing really good at putting particles on my hand and not much else. Okay, you know what? Let's try this again. Because this is not... The Sharpie is not Sharpieing like we hoped. So let's... Oh, okay. Let's do something... Let's try something else really quick. Okay. Oh, bright side. My hand is definitely getting covered in marks. Not for the reasons that we want, though. Okay. So. Let me go. I'm gonna run really quick. Dump all of this out. We're gonna replace all of it with rum. And we're going to try this again. Yeah. Texas, thank you for the soup. Having experimental noise vinyl on in the background in my room is really adding that ambiance on my end. Oh, hell yeah. Make sure to wash your hands. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I'll be right back. Give me a brief moment, okay? Yeah. Daiya Fortuna will be right back. After these messages. Muy cute. Okie dokie. Alright. I am back. so let's cut back over here. There we go. Okay, so we've made some very important discoveries. Oy. Namely, what does and does not work with the whole alcohol and everything like that. So let me put another glove on really fast so that I can mix stuff and I can pour alcohol, and then I'll dunk my hand again. Welcome back. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. World is good. Oh, did I not transition over? I did not. Okay, hi. There we go. Okay. I'm suiting back up. I'm preparing myself. Are you ready? Oh, jeez. Okay. My hands are a little bit wet from the last. There are going to be permanent lines on this bowl now. My bad. My mistake. Oopsie doopsie. But hey, it's fine. It's whatever. Keeping a canary during the stream is a smart way to avoid the fumes. Yeah, I have to leave the door open, and you can't hear birdie Fortuna, so sorry about that. But yeah, this bowl is gonna be great forever, and you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Love the gray ring on the bowl. Me too. It builds character, you know? You could sell that bowl? No, Mon-Mons. I don't want a Mon-Mon to lick it thinking, oh my god, Daiya Fortuna's hand has been in there, and then, boom, you die of Sharpie poisoning. Okay? I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want to be responsible. Sharon, thank you for the soup. Thank you. Don't apologize, I think it's nice. Thank you. Are you making the bath? Yeah, I'm making the bath. Duh. Well, test run 1 did not go very well, but that's okay. My glove is not, it's getting stuck in the wrong spots, and now my hand is like this.
Oh,
you know, I forget. It's fine. Screw it. Keep going. Okay. This is a bottle of rum. I don't have any more vodka, so we're just gonna have to do rum. In all seriousness, the alcohol in the soup is gonna break down the pigments in the ink, rendering it chunky but useless as a skin dye. Well, only one way to find out. I don't have a lot of clear rum right now. So this is gonna use up all my Calypso. Thank God, I've had this since debut. I don't drink very much, actually, Mon-Mons. I know that may come as a surprise to you. God, this is so much rum. Okay. It's almost done. Almost. Gumba. Boom. And that's why you pay for like $6 cheap ass well rum. Don't buy the expensive stuff. Even if it tastes like absolute garbage, horrible, awful, awful, awful. At least it's cheap. Okay, so. First impressions on this. I don't think it's gonna go over very well. I don't think it's gonna mix very good. I think it's actually going to mix quite terribly. So right now, it's like purple. It's like a dark purpley. But I'm putting that one in, and then I'm switching out for the gray. And I don't have a ton of the gray-green left, but I'm hoping that I can manage to get like the teeniest, tiniest, droppiest bit out. Come on, because otherwise I'm going to turn myself purple instead, and that's not good. Why is it purple? I don't know why it purple. Do not ask me. I am not knowing. It's the rate at which the Sharpie doth purple. I do not know. What, do I look like a Sharpie bath specialist? Probably, actually. Right now I look like the specialist in my field. And I'm not. Why? I can't. These gloves too... Me glove too big for me god dang hand. Okay. I'm gonna kind of stir it around real good. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe I can... Like with that, I can... Maybe a little bit. No. Why are you yelling at me right now? You think it's a bad idea too, huh? You sound just like Mon-Mons. Daiya, it's a bad idea. The Daiya behind the slaughter. What color are you going for? I was going for gray, but now it's purple. So. Shit, I guess this will have to do. Anyways. That's good enough. My hand is going in there now. Yippee! Daiya, should I be in... Daiya's a specialist in her field, but only because nobody else is in her field. Because everyone is running actively in the other direction of me. Thank you, Fortuna, trying to warn you before your petting hand becomes permanently damaged. Daiya's Gamzee coded? What the fuck does that supposed to mean? What the Frank? What the frunk? Yeah, you like that, don't you? Anyways. So now I just have to steep my hand in this for a little bit. Should we consult my dear friend? I think we should. Pims, thank you. Thank you for the tip. I want to get off Miss Daiya's wild ride. No. Shh, sweet mama. Don't worry. You're so safe. You're so safe. I'm going to call her now. A moment. Where's Womimb? Hello, I'm on stream. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
My hand is currently submerged in a mixture of rum.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then I put a little bit of Sharpie in it.
juice in there. Yeah, I see.
I don't like the fact that people are calling me Gamzee coded.
Sorry.
It makes me want to commit arson.
People. He did eat people.
He
girl.
did, but I don't know if I don't support Juggalo adjacent lifestyles. I don't know if I support Juggalo. I don't know enough about Juggalos to determine one way or the other. Fago's kind of yummy, but that's about it.
It could have been yummy. Here's the thing. We're going to watch you get slowly a little bit buzzed in real time, which is fun because the skin is the biggest organ on the body and it will absorb some of that alcohol. Oh my god, it's working.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Sorry, I just saw it. That was crazy.
I can't tell. I think it's
It's definitely working.
Okay, well. I think
I'm kind of scared.
Girl.
Okay, so now's a good time to tell you that when I was a young wolf, I had my wolf parents were out of town, and I had a bottle of. I was a young wolf, but of legal drinking age. Okay. And I had a bottle of peach schnapps, and I read all of Homestuck in 1 weekend, 4,000 pages at the time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Go off, Queen.
I lost my mind. What was your first Homestuck experience?
So, give me a second, because I need to find a photo of your beautiful visage with which to show Mon-Mons. Un momento, por favor.
She's so skilled, guys. She's doing this with one hand.
I am doing this one-handed.
This is what a real streamer looks like.
It kind of...
a professional.
If the
Some
face
might
paint
say.
fits, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't press the buttons properly because my dominant hand is submerged
Use your foot. This is why you have 2 feet and 2 hands.
You're so right. Frick. Okay.
Oh, there's no, leave me there. That's fine. That looks good. Oh, hey everyone, it's me.
It's her. It's Bossert.
My eyes look 2 different directions. Welcome. Hi.
Yeah, they always do. She's got one eye on the prize and the other on the goal.
one eye on the hotties, one eye on the Mon-Mons at all times.
Yeah, at all times. She's always got that mother freaking thing on her.
I'm watching you guys. I'm peering at you.
So my first experience was I got bullied into reading Homestuck because I was 11 and freshly in middle school and did not understand how to make friends in a way that was like when people would be like mean to me, I was just like, oh, they're just like being mean to me because they want to be my friend, you know, like I was really like I think you and I have talked about this before, but in middle school I could not sit in the cafeteria for lunch. I got permission from the librarians to eat lunch in the library. That's how badly I was bullied.
Oh, tiny Daiya.
So Tiny Daiya was going through it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so one of the only people who was like a like nice person in air quotes to me in my math class was like, you should really read a webcomic called Homestuck. And I was like, oh, okay. And then my friend was like, oh yeah, I've heard about like Homestuck. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. Like we should, like, you would really like it. And I was like, okay. So I went and I read it, and it took me a really long time because I was 11 and I was really like, whoa, there's a lot of like, it's just like really long and verbose sometimes. And so
Big words.
yeah, big word.
Pretentious. It's okay to say pretentious. Homestuck is pretentious.
It is
at
pretentious.
times.
It's very pretentious at times. And so I read it and I got really obsessed with it for like a few months. And then summer break happened and I came back and I was normal. Like, yeah, it was.
Did you still have to eat lunch in the cafeteria? Did it change your life?
No.
In a meaningful way?
I didn't
Not at
get
all,
to
okay.
I didn't get to take I know I didn't get to eat lunch in the cafeteria still. It was still bad.
still.
And the kid who originally like told me that I should read it, and I was like, oh yeah, like maybe through our shared like knowledge of Homestuck, maybe we can be friends now. Yeah, that person then told me to kill myself like immediately.
Oh,
Immediately
nice.
afterwards. I was
Cool.
like, I read this thing. Are we gonna be friends now? Do you want to talk about Homestuck with me? And then immediately this kid was like, care yourself, care yourself, care yourself. I hate you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was crazy. That was wild. And so I ended up getting bullied a little bit by somebody who liked Homestuck. And in hindsight, that's stupid.
You shouldn't have let them
Hey,
bully you.
Yeah,
You should have given them a wedgie.
true. Hot take. If a kid reads Homestuck and is trying to bully you,
Wedgie time.
don't let them do that. They do not
Nope.
have the moral high ground. They do not have the high
They
ground in
do.
this situation.
They do not.
They do not. They do not. They are not in a
No.
position to be bullying anyone or criticizing anyone's life choices. I don't think this is
Yeah.
doing anything. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be so real.
Okay, take your hand out. Take your hand out and pace yourself just a little bit and see if you're getting alcohols.
I can't tell because my head already hurts, but it hurted before I started
Okay.
streaming.
Okay. Take your. Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, I had a horrible
Okay.
crippling headache before this stream, but I needed to make sure that
Okay.
this stream happened regardless.
You can. Doesn't have to be like this, Daiya.
No. I don't feel drunk.
Okay, so
I feel stone cold
If you start
Steve
feeling
Austin sober.
dizzy, yeah, the fumes are what we're worried about here. So if you start feeling dizzy, you should dump that bowl. You're putting this in the toilet, right? Like this is going straight to the fishes. You're gonna.
Oh, I put it in the sink when with the last batch, but I'll put it in the toilet for the next one.
I think toilet this time. You don't want to put these down your sink pipes. I don't think the toilet's a bit sturdier.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Homestuck, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you did I ever tell you I cosplayed as a Homestuck?
You did not.
I did. I cosplayed as a Homestuck, and not only that, but we went to a park to meet up with other people who cosplayed Homestuck.
Oh, you went to a meetup. Okay.
I went to a park meetup,
Yeah.
and I dressed up as. Can you guess which Homestuck I was dressed up as?
I feel like you're very like I feel like Terezi would probably be your favorite, but I'm not
Oh my
sure.
god! Oh my god! You just got Raider. Say hi.
Oh, hello. Welcome. Hiya, Raiders. Welcome. Hi, Bree. Hiya. Happy
Hello,
Homestuck
Bree.
Day. I hope you're doing good. How are you? My hand is currently submerged in 100% the same mixture. And by a mixture, I mean it is literally rum that I have put a little bit of ink from Sharpies in. That's right. We're testing the famous Tumblr Sharpie bath today.
Hi guys.
And I am fumigating my room to
mm.
make sure that I don't accidentally,
Pass out. Yeah.
pass out.
That's part of the reason I'm on this call. Honestly, I was like, yeah, I want to talk on your Homestuck stream, but also like I heard the Sharpie bath thing, and I was like, I gotta be there in case she does pass out and knock her head.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
also really nervous because Doggy Fortuna is taking a nap under my feet, and I'm really I have a fan on and I have the door open, but I'm concerned
he'll be
about why
fine.
Doggy Fortuna thinks it's okay to take a nap in here.
You think you're putting your dog to nappy time with
No, I'm just concerned about his safety. Mine doesn't fucking
No, he'll be
matter.
okay.
Do you think do you look me dead in the eyes? Do you think that I'm too far gone.
That's true.
There's still
She's too far gone.
hope for him.
It's true. He doesn't have crew in his brain like you
Rum
do. Your
is
crew
35% ABV. I thought it was 70. Yes, unfortunately, I don't have isopropyl on hand, so. Doggy's
Yeah,
still taking a
it
nap.
should be fine. It should be fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna be for very long.
Yeah. So
I'm starting to feel the
yeah,
effects of the alcohol.
I bet you are. I bet you are. So I went to a meetup. I went to a Homestuck meetup in a park.
Yeah.
And I was dressed up. It was not Terezi. Guess again. You get three guesses.
Kanaya?
No.
It was a troll though.
It's a troll. Yes. You're closer with Kanaya.
Nepeta?
No, it was Aradia.
Oh.
I was an Aradia girly. I loved Aradia. I especially loved when she came back and kicked Gamzee's ass.
Yes, I also was an Aradia girly.
Yay! We love her. Yeah, so everybody at the park was dressed up as a different troll. And it was a very interesting experience. We talked a lot about Homestuck. I think what people don't understand about can I just wax poetic real quick? What people don't understand about Homestuck is it's shitty, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, it's not supposed to be good. You know what I mean? It's like, we can't talk about strong bad because I don't think this generation knows about strong bad, but Homestuck is the strong bad of its time.
Before.
Oh, you have?
We've talked about Homestar Runner before, yeah. Because when I was explaining to my Papa Fortuna that I was reading Homestuck because I was really excited about it, and I am the kind of person that I hyperfixate on things like what I do right now. And so I hyperfixated for a brief period of time on Homestuck, and I came home and I explained to Papa Fortuna that I was reading Homestuck, and Papa Fortuna got confused because he thought it was Homestar Runner, and got really excited because he thought I was reading Homestar Runner, and he got really excited because he was like, "Oh, I love Strong Bad," and I was like, "Who? Who? What?
Strong Bad? Which troll is Strong Bad?
Which troll is Strong Bad?
Can you imagine Homestar Runner Homestuck crossover? That would be
fucking crazy. It would be freaking insane. But yeah, so I did end up getting familiar. Like I eventually now have read a little bit of Homestar Runner. I know about Trogdor.
You know about Trogdor, thank God.
I know about Trogdor, thank God. I've played the Trogdor game. Have you played the Trogdor little Trogdor video game?
On stream?
Just in general. Have you played it before?
You should play it with my mons. That would be awesome.
That would be fun. Yeah.
How's your hand doing?
I took it out the juice for a little bit because I'm starting to slowly but surely go numb in my extremities. Like, you know when you drink a lot of alcohol and you start to,
that's enough. That's enough.
Feel numb?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that from like the shoulders down, but just the shoulders down.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
No more. Let's see your hands.
Well, it's not working. It's not working. I don't want to show anybody my ugly nails. We've talked about that before. I'm self-conscious.
You could just show us the fingies. You have beautiful hands. I was going to tell you have beautiful hands.
Thank you. I do not, but I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, there's like particles. But
yeah, it's not sticking.
No. Even on like the pale
I think
part
she was
of my hand, I don't think it's really working the same way that... I mean, unless there's a lot of isopropyl. But the thing is like, I don't...
She probably used more Sharpies, to be honest.
Probably.
It's like probably like multiple Sharpies.
I only used 2 Sharpies because I'm poor and I went to the dollar store, and they didn't have gray Sharpies.
I'm just saying, anybody who can afford to fill a tub full of alcohol and then put a bunch of Sharpies in is probably a rich kid. I don't want to.
Yeah, and you know what?
Generalize
honestly,
here, but
yeah, and that's right. Bossy just said that kid probably could afford like the good face paint and deserves whatever happened.
Yeah. No, wait, what? No, I didn't. Excuse me. I said yeah out of habit, and now I've gotten myself into a pickle. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, if you could be, can I ask you this? Are you a Durst dreamer or a Prospect dreamer?
I think I am. I can't remember what the like. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. I don't remember what the like particular like. What are the personality aspects that dictate the differences between the two? Do you remember?
There's no personality differences between Durst and Prospect.
It's just
Durst
a vibe.
Is basically the yin, and Prospect is the yang. That's it.
I liked Durst more because Durst was purple.
Okay. Perfect, because I'm Prospect, and we are forever locked in a battle for eternity, as everyone knows.
Yeah. What was your like? Do you remember doing like the old Homestuck quiz? Do you remember what your?
Oh yeah.
What your role was?
I am a maiden of. I think I'm a maiden of heart.
Oh shit!
Should we take it together?
I think we should take it together today because the thing is, I know that my aspect was Doom, but I don't remember anything else. And I know that makes me sound like an edgelord.
We've changed.
But
yeah, and the Monmons can do it with us.
yeah, the Momons can do it with us. Let me like
You want to go wash your hand?
I want to go put this in the toilet and I want to clean some stuff up really
Okay.
quick. So
I will entertain the masses
yeah.
while you clean up the messes.
Thank you. Yeah, because the little guys need attention all the time. If you don't give
That's
them
true,
attention,
they do,
they'll
and they
explode.
deserve it
They do.
after what you just put them through.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You know
Not
what I
much
mean?
happened.
Pot full of alcohol. Anyway, hi guys.
My hand is super
Hey,
pruny right now, though.
It's me, Bossy Moon.
It's her.
Bossy, do a little dance. I can't. I have Botox all over my body today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Today she has been. I have frozen
I
her
have been
in
Botox
carbonate.
my entire body. Can I do a trick? Yeah. I can blow on my palms and make a fart.
Oh, do it. Do
Sorry,
it.
guys,
Fart.
I'm
Fart.
not Daiya.
Fart.
I'm not a
Fart.
refined lady.
Fart. Fart.
but
Fart.
I
Fart.
can blow on my
Fart.
palms and
Fart.
make a
Fart.
fart
Fart.
noise.
Fart. Fart.
Guys,
Fart.
wanna hear that
Fart.
one?
Fart. 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 Fart.
All right, hold up.
Oh yeah, I can do a little dance if I shake you violently. Do you want to be shaken violently?
Yeah, I can't hear you anymore though.
Why can't you hear me? Did I mute myself? No?
I can't hear you anymore on Discord.
Why can't you hear me? What the
I
frick?
think you did.
Oh.
I can hear you on stream though. But it's
I don't
weird
know
'cause
why
the
it's
lag.
not. I don't know why it's not working on.
What's happening?
I don't know why it's not working.
Someone poured the Sharpie bath over Discord. Uh-oh.
I don't. Okay,
Uh-oh.
let me try this again.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't.
Yes, I can hear you
I don't
now.
know why it
Yippee.
suddenly cut me off. That was weird. Sorry about that.
That was really weird.
That
That's
was really
okay.
weird.
They saw what crimes you were doing with the Sharpie bath and they said, time to
Yeah, they said, "Damn, take the shot."
censor that woman. Yeah.
Just like
Okay,
the
you wanna go
Wiggles took
clean
the
up?
shot on my members, which is valid and
The
understandable.
Wiggles? I can't believe the Wiggles assassinated you.
They
like,
did. They fucking killed
midstream.
me. They fucking killed me. I deserved it. I deserved it. I'll admit it.
You deserved it.
I'm not above admitting when
You
I make
should've known.
mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
You
Everybody has
should've
those
known.
days. As you know,
You should have known that the kids show lawyers are so much better than every other lawyer on earth. Like, just look at Disney.
I didn't know their game. You know,
You didn't know they wiggle like that, yeah.
I did not know they were fruit salad yummying like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Salad.
don't disrespect. I swear to God, if you start fucking disrespecting toot toot chugga chugga big red car, we're gonna have problems. Okay?
I've never heard choo choo.
I swear the fuck to God, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Be nice.
Monmons, be nice. You guys think
No,
look at a
you
Monmon,
you
now
don't.
look-
You're disrespecting.
I'm not disrespecting. They are.
Okay.
Monmons, look at yourself now. Look at the choo choo chugga chugga big red car
Yeah.
and tell me that you're
Think-
not the same thing.
Yeah. Think about
A Monmon
Toot
is
Toot
just
Chugga
a
Chugga
big red-
car, and think about what you've done, and think about all of the mortal sins to which you have commit, and then think about
She's
the
drunk.
fact that that's pretty cool,
She's
and I'm pretty
drunk.
proud of you. I'm not. I just feel good right now. Fuck off.
Full of Sharpies and ethanol.
Okay, like, Jesus freaking Christ. I am sorry. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go-
go.
go
I'm
down-
gonna be.
go down
I'm
deep.
gonna be right back. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Okay, don't trip.
I'm not gonna. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. I'll be back. I'll be back now.
So, she's, guys, Monmons, she's wasted. She's zooted and wasted. She's zooted and wasted. Is she gone? Are we safe? Okay, she's gone. Nice. Okay. Monmons, listen to me very carefully. We don't have a lot of time. All of you in the chat are part of a battle that you do not understand. Prospit and Durst are warring as we speak. The Queen of Prospit and the King of Durst are maybe love each other. I don't know. There was a fanfic I read once about that. Anyway, you have to choose a side, Monmons. Prospit or Durst. Okay? I'm on Prospit's side, and I understand if you don't align with me, you should probably go to Durst. But I want you to know that the next time that the Monmons and the Hotties meet, you will be enemies if you choose the side of Durst. Is neither an option? No, you must choose a side in this intergalactic war. Can I just die? No! Not unless it's on the battlefield. Yes, Durst for Daiya. That's what I like to see. Okay, well, Momons, if you choose Durst, just know that I will be legally obligated to kill you the next time we meet. So sorry about that. It's just how the universal cookie crumbles, as Daiya would say. I don't know the difference. Okay, so Prospit is the one that looks like a yellow fruit gusher, an orange fruit gusher. It's like the yin and yang. Think about this, hotties. It's a metaphor. Think about this. It's a metaphor for yin and yang. So Prospit is the yang, which is the white, bright, positive side, and then Durst is the yin. Excuse me, which is like the dark and moody and gothic side. And it's like purple, like Fred Durst. No, wrong. Fred Durst would obviously be Prospit. Obviously. We'll send our strongest soldier into battle drunk Daiya. I think Daiya would make a good berserker, guys. I've been trying to get her to have a medieval. I'm like, hey, girl, you should get a medieval. Your next outfit should be like a cool medieval one. You know, I want her to become like a berserker. I want her to do like a D&D thing. And I think she would look great as a berserker. Also, I think she would look good as a druid. I think like the idea of like a druid Daiya, D for druid Daiya, would be really cool. Can you imagine if Daiya turned into like a cat or like a wolf or something? And that would be really awesome. She would be, oh wait a minute, I figured it out, hotties. Obviously Daiya is a warlock. Obviously. She has dark dealings with dark patrons. She's clearly a warlock.
Are you kidding me?
Is this an elaborate setup? Thank you for the super sideways. Is this an elaborate setup for an enemies to lovers? Because then I might be interested. I think the Monmons and the hotties do have a tragic love story, kind of like the Capulets and the Montagues from Romeo and Juliet. I think there is a sort of doomed love to the hotties and the Monmons. And I think that would be really fun to explore, and you guys should do that and then take pictures and send it to us of you kissing. Oh, Valkyrie Daiya would be good too. Yeah, I really want her to do a fantasy outfit someday. But I think she'd be a cool berserker. Daiya is the dark matron though. I mean, we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure, guys. We don't know. She keeps those cards really close to her chest. Get it? Yeah, I'm literally cooking. Monmon. Wait, what would the ship name be? Monmon times hottie. It would be Han. Would the ship... Wait, would the Monmon times hottie ship name be Han? Or Madi? I don't like Madi. Madi sucks. Hotmon. Ooh, that's good. Hanmon is good. That sounds like a Pokemon. Monty? Hotmons. Ooh, okay, I like Hotmons. So, we're clowns. No, you're more of a you guys are little jesters, but you're also cannon fodder. And I guess that's kind of a clown. I guess jester times cannon fodder equals clown, question mark? I do like Hotmon. I do like Hotmons. Hotmons in your area. No, I don't think Full Monty is a gambling term, right? Maybe it should be Monty, because then Monty's a gambling... Like, isn't it like ante... Or is that ante-up? I think that's ante-up. What is Monty? For some reason, I'm thinking that's when you go full naked. Monty? Am I thinking about that right? Probably not. When you go, like... It's not when you go full naked, right? That's not what Monty is. English is really weird. Yeah, Monte Cristo. It's what I've always dreamed of. I'm so glad, Momons. I'm so glad you still have dreams. I'm glad that Daiya hasn't beaten that out of you yet. No, that's going commando. No, I'm right. Oh, so Monty is when you are naked. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That was in the movie, The Full Monty. Oh, I see. Yeah, welcome to Homestuck, guys. Welcome to Homestuck Day, everyone. Sorry I'm talking about being naked. I apologize. I'm ruining Daiya's say-so image. Sorry about that. I'm thinking 3-card Monty. Oh, I am. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. I know nothing about cards, hotties. I play Slay the Spire sometimes. Anyway, Homestuck. Homestuck. If you wrote Homestuck fanfic, you are legally entitled to resuscitation. Nope. What is it called when you get money? Remuneration. Nope. You are legally entitled to No, not death. Slay the Spy, yes. Slay the Spy rules. Reparations. Thank you, Salem. Yes. If you wrote fanfic, if you wrote Homestuck fanfic, you are legally entitled to reparations. Compensation. Yes. Yes, call JG Wentworth. JG stands for Justin George Wentworth. I don't actually know what his real name is. If you wrote a Homestuck fanfic, you probably have mesothelioma. Exactly. You're legally entitled to regurgitation. Yes, that one. That's the one I was looking for. Homestuck role players go to a special place. No, you don't get anything. If you were a role player of Homestuck, you don't get anything, but you do get a special place in Heck. You do get a really special little VIP booth in Heck. And I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen to you there. Can I still get money if I start writing it? No, in 2025, I think Homestuck's sort of passé. I don't think any of the kids know what Homestuck is anymore, and that's probably for the best. What kind of damages can I claim? Brain damage. Brain damage. Emotional damage. If you liked Vriska specifically, if you specifically liked Vriska, you need therapy. Sorry, I don't make the rules. It's just everybody I've ever known who liked Vriska needs therapy. And sorry to you guys. Sorry to those guys. Yeah, I would take Homestuck over Skibidi. That's a great point. I think in like the hierarchy of internet brain rot, I think Homestuck wins over Skibidi, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a good... If you don't know any of these names, and if you don't know what's going on in the stream, this is a good thing. It means you're probably a normal, well-adjusted human being that pays their taxes and eats their vegetables. And doesn't know what grubs mean. Oh, Napita's a good one, too. I really like Napita. When you said Homestuck role players don't get anything, I thought you meant they don't get an afterlife. No, they get an afterlife, just not a good one. If you roleplayed Homestuck, there's a special place for you. Mr. S, as I call him, I know him intimately. Mr. S, way down there. Mr. S wants to talk to you. He wants to watch you dance and writhe for eternity. If you were a Homestuck roleplayer, he wants to see you dance. Yeah, not the nostalgia. Grubs like the Hollow Knight? No. Grubs, so trolls start out as grubs, if you guys did not know this. Trolls start out as grubs, and they turn into trolls eventually. And then the gross part is, like, the troll reproduction system, it's like they spawn. I don't actually know if they have cloaca. It's kind of implied they have cloaca a little bit. Mr. Shussy. No. It's the Mr. Satan. It's Mr. Santa, but spelled a different way. But yeah, they start out as grubs, and then they grow into trolls, which is weird, because I guess that means they're insects. Yeah, it's a mixture of genetic material in a bucket. They basically, like, they do the do, and then they put it in a bucket, and then you crawl out of it. Did I need to know this? No, but it is Homestuck Day, and Daiya would want you to know this. She would want you to know about the grub bucket. Okay? That's what she's gonna do to you. Oh, she's back. That's what she's gonna do to you. I've heard her secret plans. That's what she's gonna do to you. So you guys better start formulating an escape plan, okay? Because she's gonna put you all in a bucket at the end.
What's happening?
Hey. Hi.
Welcome
back.
Are you talking about the troll sex thing?
Little treat.
Yeah, we're talking about the spawning bucket.
Awesome.
Are you okay?
Doggy Fortuna will not come back inside. Doggy Fortuna is... Doggy Fortuna, really quickly. So anyways, thank you for the soup, but the only reason why I know anything about Homestuck is because I hung out with the rejects and god kids. Because I thought girls were cute. And thought being nice to them was the key to a happy life. How foolish I was. I mean... Generally that's how it works. I think. So I believe in you. Yeah.
Being nice to people is always good.
It's always good. That's always sexy. Wait, what were we talking about?
So first of all, are you okay? Do you have water? Can you drink some of that from me?
Yeah, I got water. I almost brought an energy drink, and then I thought maybe that's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
So, fun fact, sniffed my hand earlier. It smells like Sharpie. Who'da thunk it? And I was like, whoa,
Not
there's a
rum?
really strong alcohol smell. That's really bad. So then I looked over at the sink and I realized the sink has the bowl that I'm currently soaking to clean it up, right? I was like, shit, can't wash my hand there. So I did the most reasonable thing, which was opened up a bottle of hand sanitizer, slathered my hands in hand sanitizer, and then rubbed them together. And then that just made it smell more alcohol.
Worse. That's
So-
more alcohol you're putting on your hand. You're trying to get the alcohol off your hand.
Basically, oops.
Drink some water right now.
I am drinking water. I'm fine.
When is the last time you ate?
Do you want a genuine answer or do you want to lie?
I want a genuine answer.
2 noon today.
Okay. We'll get to get you some food soon.
Yeah. Did I eat before sure?
Are you ready to take this quiz drunk?
I need Doggy Fortuna to come in.
Okay. You want to go check on them? I can
Doggy
yap
Fortuna,
again.
Doggy Fortuna will not come back in until it's Doggy Fortuna's time to come in. Adazan, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you. Sideways, thank you for the soup. But is this an elaborate setup for enemies to lovers? Because then I might be interested. What are we talking about? Enemies to lovers.
We were talking about the Monmon and Hottie's ship name, and we came up with the Han-Hans and the Hotmons.
To defeat the Han-Hans.
Hon.
I like Hot Mons because I really want a little advert, like a one of those like creepy side internet banners that says Hot Mons in your area want to talk to
In your
you. You know?
Yeah,
Hot
my
Mon-
husband is dead. I only want hot Mons.
Yeah.
Call now.
Yeah, exactly. So
That sounds good.
I think that could be good.
Let's do this quiz, but make sure that you are taking care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. Let me.
Yeah, which one do you want to do? Because there's like 10 of them. And Monmons can do it with us.
Yeah. I don't know which one is the best one. Do you have a recommendation?
Are you okay? Yeah.
I'm
Let me
fine.
find.
I'm good. I don't.
Homestuck aspect.
Yeah. Do the one that's
How
the
are you?
most like good, the most
Okay, the most
well
good
known,
one.
established. Oh, I think that's.
Okay.
I think the dog is done. I'll be right back.
Okay, go get Dougie. Get a snacky too. The extended zodiac is okay. Thank you, DJ. We will get that one then. There's also there's this one. I don't know if I can put links in the chat because I don't know if I have permissions. But so there's one. We want the class and the aspect quiz, which is called the Classpect quiz. There's 2 things we can do here basically. The class and the aspect quiz, but this one combines the 2. So let me send a couple to Daiya. Actually, we'll wait till she gets back and see which one she wants to do. Cause can you write the title? Are you a mod? I am a mod. So hold on. So that's one of them.
Okay.
But I'll ask her when she gets back.
Doggy
Hi!
Fortuna is smelly right now. It's
Did
not
he roll in
good.
poo-poo?
No, he's just got outdoor dog smell. It's not good. Don't like it. Okay.
Dogs always smell. Okay, so I have a question for you. Do you want to do the aspect quiz, which tells you what, like, are you doom? Are you time? Or do you want to do the Classpect quiz, which gives you both your class and your aspect?
I want the class and.
Okay, so I found...
The link in the
This
chat is
one.
the Classpect one. So I think
Would you like
that's
to
good.
do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Here. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna. Okay, wait. Maybe I can just move us over and then put like a little window in the corner. Okay. 1 sec. My head hurt so bad. It's not because of anything out. Like it's not because of anything that's happened today. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's just because of the whatchamacallies.
Yeah. As long as everything's ventilated and you're continuing to drink water, you should be fine.
Yeah, I got a cup full of water.
But you should go eat too soon.
I will. Maybe.
Okay.
Oh no,
She
this
says
is my
maybe.
timer for watch-alongs. I can't use that. What about this one? This is another timer for watch-alongs. Why do we have two?
Why do you have 2 watch-along
I
timers?
don't know. Okay, this is fine. Let me just... Toot, toot, chugga, chugga, big red car. Trouble near it will... Fuck off. Be nice to me.
I'm not laughing. I'm not
No,
laughing
you're
at you,
making
I'm
fun of
laughing
me.
with
You are actively right
No,
now.
I would never do that.
Right
I would
now,
never do
you're
that.
making fun of me. You
It's
are.
not like that. Mon, tell her
You
it's not like
are.
that. I
You
don't even
are.
like her enough to make fun of her.
You are. You're making fun of me. I know it. I can smell it.
Yeah,
from here.
the wiggles will get you, so don't sing it too good, okay?
Toot, that toot, 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 chugga, chugga, big red car. Is that good? Sorry. Okay. Do you remember? Speaking, you know what? Actually, we can do some. Do you remember Homestuck songs? Do you remember? I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the combination of Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so fresh.
That's a
You
good
could
one.
suck my butt. Yeah. Except that's not the lyric. It's more inappropriate than that.
It's not that. Yeah.
Swag.
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 She says swag. She's so out of it.
Okay. What? Am I not allowed to say swag? My favorite Daiya stream subgenre is Bossy plays Daiya's legal guardian. Damn.
I'm just
so
here to make sure she does
suck
not
my
faint.
nuts. What? That I don't what?
That's not from Homestuck. Wait a minute, you gaslit me.
No, but there's a really popular video.
Wait a minute.
There's a really popular video that was Homestuck. That was that.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from because that's the only thing that I know it from. It's a song. Yeah, it's
I
a
know-
song, but like
did-
I only know it in the context of that video.
Yeah, where is that from, guys? My moms would know.
I got that taco smell.
Did you ever read Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff? Because there's a Subway stonk image that's really funny to me.
Yeah, I have seen the Subway stonks.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
Subway stonks.
Yeah. I
frequently reference it.
That's very valid and understandable. Okay. Let me move my shit over. Okay. Okay.
Okay, are you ready to answer the questions?
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like to read them or should I?
I will read them because I think you are, but you can read the answer, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, question number 1. Would you be bothered if you got a class of the wrong gender? Note, this question only determines which class you can get. So, do you know why they asked this question?
Yeah, because there's like Prince, there's Knight, there's a few others
Yes.
that are gendered classes.
There's some gender-specific classes such as Knight
Yeah.
and Prince. So
Yeah.
make sure you answer this truthfully.
Yeah, which I think that if Utena has taught me anything, girls can be princes, and I think that's pretty neat. So I'm okay.
That's pretty neat.
I'm chilling.
I put yes, I'm a female and I don't want to be a bard, but that's because I hate bards.
That's valid.
I hate D&D bards.
That's valid. I do be out here playing the lute, so
I know you
there's
do. I know
there's
you do.
no I don't care. Yes, I'm a girl. No, I'm a boy.
Listen,
I don't care. And then they want the non, and there's only 6 of those, so it's kind of rough.
there's only 6.
There's only 6.
Bards are fine. I hate them.
Yeah.
If you're a silly guy that plays a lute in D&D, I hate you. On
Damn.
site. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick up a sword. Get a real job.
Where do you spend the most time online doing Homestuck related stuff? Nowhere.
Twitter or
Nowhere.
the Fediverse. What is that?
What
For
the
Fast and
frick
Furious
is-
discussion.
Okay.
I don't know.
Tumblr.
I think Fediverse is
DB.
in Homestuck. I think.
Is it? I only
Yeah,
remember
it's like a-
Pester Chum.
Yeah, Pester Chum.
I don't know.
Tumblr or DeviantArt, Kitty Face. The
Yeah.
Homestuck Discord or a Homestuck Discord.
Okay.
Our Homestuck, Homes of Walls of Text. Archive of our own. You really like fanfic.
I've
You're
never,
not really
I-
active anywhere. You mostly just lurk.
Yeah. Don't really use any of those
Do you like
small...
fanfic? Do you read Homestuck
I never
fanfic?
read Homestuck fanfiction. Should we?
All right, one thing at a time. Let's answer the quiz
Okay.
first. You don't use any of those, only smaller or obscure communities. Why would someone waste their time obsessing over some webcomic nerds? Wow.
I had 2 friends who read Homestuck, and one of them told me to care myself. So they weren't my friend, actually. So, I didn't have a lot of, like, I didn't interact with people online about it. Like, I saw photos on, like, I saw photos of screenshots on Tumblr, but I wasn't even on Tumblr.
Yeah. In that case, you should probably say, like,
I'm
you
gonna
mostly
say I
just lurk then, I think.
Yeah.
I put, why would someone waste their time obsessing over some webcomic nerds? Because that's how I feel.
That's valid.
All right, question 2. What, in your opinion, is the greatest way you contribute to the fandom? Through discussions, theories about plot, through discussion, theories about character relationship, through your super awesome fan art? Okay, so I assume you never drew fan art if you never did fanfic, right, Daiya?
No, I never, like, posted anything, but, like, I would doodle.
Yeah.
Like, my troll Sona and stuff, yeah.
You doodle your trust on. That's cute.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be, like, I used to have, like, a big ring notebook that I used to do all my doodles in.
Oh, cute.
Long ago.
Yeah, I had a binder like that, but I just drew eyes, anime eyes over and over and nothing else.
That's valid, because having to draw, like, you know, everything
rest
is
of it.
rough. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna put here? There's hellaciously sweet image manips. Making things that isn't 2D art. Oh, cosplay. I guess I did a cosplay, so I have to click this.
Yeah. I used
There's
to
a lurker option.
me and my friend made the entirety of Cantown once, and we took a bunch of pictures out of cans.
Okay, that would be
from my friend's, her dad's, like, cupboards. We, like, ransacked her dad's cupboards, and we took all the cans, and then we made Cantown, and we made little sashes, and we pretended to be the mayors of Cantown, and it was great.
That's really cute.
So I'm gonna say
that's
things that
yeah.
aren't 2D visual art, because
yeah.
we also, like, made some, like, we would make jokes about, like, we would remake props and things like that from it, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could have any of the below powers, which would you go for? Oh, there's a lot of good ones here.
Permanent young adulthood, invisibility, super smarts. Ooh, technopathy would be pretty cool. Telepathy. I don't want to think about. I don't want to know what Momons are thinking.
Why not? Don't you want to read Momon brains?
No.
They got some good ideas sometimes. They thought of the hot mons.
Do, and they have some really lovely ideas, and some of them keep asking me to buy the cards that go in my mouth for the card tasting streams. So it's really a toss-up, and I mean that with
like
all of the love and affection in my heart, but I don't want to know.
That's fair.
I don't think, you know?
Yeah, I would want to know everything the hotties think. That way I could gaslight them into thinking the opposite for funsies. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it'd be nice because, like, I could like, you know, I could, like, hyper analyze Mon's insecurities and then be like, stop doing that, stop it,
yeah,
stop it,
yeah.
You know, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I just put my fingers on my temple, like
you could steal the
Professor
jokes that they're
Xavier.
trying to make, because sometimes the Monmons are funnier than you, I've noticed, and sometimes the hotties are funnier than me, I've noticed. So we could, if we could read their thoughts, we could steal the jokes before they ever make them.
Say them.
Yes.
That's true. Before they type them.
Yes.
Super speed, telekinesis. For some reason, my brain read that as telekinesis, like telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Yeah, weird, ugh. Time travel, social awesomeness, flight.
Awesomeness is such a word.
Yeah, it's very dated, I think.
You know what isn't dated? Awesome sauce. That's evergreen.
That is evergreen. I wish that teleportation was on here. I'd love to teleport.
I think super speed is teleport. I think.
Yeah. If I was
time
super
travel's
speedy, I could stream so fast.
That's true.
Like, there could be 35 hours in a day, because then I'd be streaming so fast that it would be like I have more time in the day.
Yeah, like what if you streamed super fast and then they'd have to set it like the YouTube setting, they'd have to set it to like 0.25 to get a normal speed stream.
Yeah, but if
That would be awesome.
if I have immortality, then if I want to chew off my own foot to find out what it tastes like, I can do that. So I think I might go for permanent young adulthood.
Okay, yeah,
it says you've always wanted to
doesn't
live
say that-
forever. It says you've always wanted to
Yeah,
live
but it-
forever.
But it doesn't grow back. If you chew off your foot, it
That's
doesn't grow
fine.
back.
That's fine. I'll just take like a bite out of my arm or something. My big concern is that I'm concerned about the blood loss, and if I can guarantee that, well, but I'll still die from physical trauma. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Okay, never mind. That's maybe not as.
If you had super smarts, now hear me out. If you had super smarts, you could clone yourself and then eat yourself. You know, just a thought I thought I'd throw out there.
That's true. I could grow little mon-mons in a petri dish.
And then eat them.
And then eat them. Whoa, and I would finally know how to make that damn guillotine I want to make so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go super smarts. You're right. I want, yeah.
So for me, I was gonna say telepathy, but then I have this overwhelming fear of becoming Edward from Twilight. I don't want it to be a situation where it's like I can hear everybody and I get really, really jaded of everybody. You know what I mean? And then I find Bella.
I'd get hella overstimulated. I'd get overstimulated, and then I'd like start. I'd be like those little. There's like a species of like little monkeys that when they get too stressed, they slam their heads into like branches and stuff until they die, and that would be me.
Gosh.
I'd get too stressed. I'd be too overstimulated, and I'd slam my head into things and then just bonk. You know.
That's freaky. I chose invisibility because I can get away with more Blue Moon Wolfgang related activities.
That makes sense. We're getting dangerously close to Daiya actually wants to do a cannibalism.
She's gonna be smart enough to do it. We can't stop her, guys. She's gonna find a way.
Yeah, is becoming Edward from Twilight a frequent thought that Bossy has? Yeah, how often are you thinking about Edward Twilight?
There's two things I fear. One, the IRS. Two, deep water. Three,
wait, you just said there's two things I fear.
There's only two things I fear.
Okay. Only two. Wakattawa.
Alright, you're bored of browsing the internet constantly, and in a fit of inspiration decided to make a video game instead. Learning how to code, make art, and compose music along the way, if necessary. What kind of video game do you decide to make? Oh, there's a lot of good ones here.
So I've made games before, but none of them ever got like public release or anything like that. But I really like RPG Maker games, so probably an RPG Maker, like a simple retro style or RPG.
Ooh. That's a tough choice for you. It can be a retro style RPG. They don't specify that.
I'm gonna say retro style.
Nice.
Where does Todd Howard fit in that list of two things?
He doesn't fit in that list. He fits in a game with lots of sandbox elements.
I think they mean in your fears. Do you fear Todd Howard?
Why are we asking about Todd all of a sudden?
I don't know. Mom-mons are asking.
Mom-mons, are you obsessed with Todd like I am? Hopefully not.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's gonna send a cease and desist one day to Bossy, I think.
I think at some point I am reaching the point of no return. The point of no return.
God, Howard.
Where Todd Howard sends his lawyers after me.
Yeah, it's okay. Is Skyrim considered retro? I think so.
It was made in 2011, so you guys tell me.
Soon, but not yet.
Not yet. I put sandbox elements because the big exploration sandbox. I would like to do that.
You're taking a break from your game and browsing through the stranger parts of the internet when you come across Sgrub Beta, which is the game that ends the world and then you get sucked into it and you're curious, sleep deprived enough to download the file without thinking too much about the potential consequences. When you start it up, it turns out to be a working version. Do you play it?
Okay, so here's the relative. We need to tell the Mon-Mons what Sgrub is.
Yeah, I just did.
So, yeah, but I don't. So Sgrub, the thing is, guys, with Sgrub, if you start playing it, you start the end of the world.
Yes.
Yes, that's the important thing to know.
Essentially, you have to speed run becoming a god, because if you don't and you're not able to stop the world in time, the game is you are actively like you're saving the world in the game, right? But the game is the world begins ending, and you now have
Yes.
to stop the world from
Minecraft your
ending
way
by
out of it.
playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So knowing that this game ends the world, would you play it?
Yes, because you love the idea of causing the end of the world. No. No. The chance of creating a new universe isn't worth causing the end of the world. A new universe would be beautiful, but like, what if people don't? But people aren't guaranteed to be safe. Like, it doesn't it like condemn like the lives of like everyone else except for those playing the game.
If you're a time aspect, consider this. If you're a time aspect, I think you can paradox your way into bringing them back.
Oh, but if I don't get time aspect, that's gonna suck. Like,
Yeah, and here's another thing to
because if
consider.
you play a game
There's
and
an
you don't have
option-
anybody who's time aspect, then you're screwy.
Yeah, everybody would die. So if you can get a hold of Vesperb, somebody else can also get a hold of Vesperb. So my idea is, it's not like it's not like someone else isn't going to play it and cause Armageddon. The existence of Vesperb implies that it's available to more people than just you, so somebody's going to do it.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would do it in the sense that I don't trust other people not to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because if it exists, it probably means other people have found it too, you know?
Yeah.
So, but don't let me convince you. This is your quiz. Follow your heart.
I think I'd only do it if I knew the world was going to end soon, personally. Because
Yeah.
I think even regardless of, like, if I knew that somebody else was going to play it and cause Armageddon, the idea of, like, looking at the people that you care about and, like, acknowledging, like, making that decision consciously, unless I was forced into a situation of, like, okay, the world is going to end, right? Like, the world is going to end. People are, like,
Yeah.
like, it's starting, right? And I know that it's starting. Then, yeah.
Then you would. Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't think I would. But
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
know.
No, that makes sense.
Because in fiction, the concept is very appealing, but I think in reality, it's quite daunting. I don't want people to get hurt.
Yeah. It's a lot of people on your hands. A lot of blood on your hands,
Yeah.
essentially.
What was your decision on that?
I put sure. It's not like someone else isn't going to play it and cause Armageddon if you don't.
Yeah, valid. That's very valid.
I decided to
It's a
be
very
the
you
bad,
answer.
The Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the end of the world is programmed anyways if Spurb comes out. So by seeing it, you pretty much know the world's going to end either way. Regardless of your choice,
Yeah.
some other people decide to start their own session dooming the Earth to a meteor apocalypse. Now you have to get some people together to enter the medium.
Co-players.
Yeah. Buddies. My friends.
Your real life friends or your internet friends?
What do you count as? What do you consider yourself to be more?
Well, they give me. I'm probably. We haven't met yet. We haven't off collabed yet, so I'm an internet friend.
Okay, then that. I think.
Why are you gonna bring me in? Don't bring me in.
Because I think it'd be really, really funny to see you, and like, what about like you and Mungus and Zelly would be really funny.
And we bring Lazu in. Everybody.
And we bring
yes.
and we just bring all the girls in. Yeah, we could. I think we could do. I think as long as like, I think there are some people that I'd be like, here. I want to make sure you're safe, so you come join the session, but please don't touch anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I feel like Serenity, if we brought her into the session, she would crush it. I think she would kill us all. I think.
I don't think Serenity would kill us all. I think she and I are really good friends. I think Serenity and I would like fist bump, and like I think I could guarantee myself safety in front of Serenity. Even if
I'm
Serenity
not saying
went
she's
like
evil.
crazy insane.
I'm saying she would amass so much, she would get so into it, amass so much power, she would accidentally like turn us into candy canes or something. You know what I mean? Like
I got you.
she would do something quirky and kill us on accident.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. True. True, true, true.
Okay, who am I bringing? I'm bringing my internet friends.
Oh, yeah, you Serenity's the
Yay.
yandere who kills everyone else to keep you to herself. Oh my god, don't make me kick my feet.
Oh my god.
I think we had different reactions to that situation. My bad.
What?
Huh?
Are you a yandere?
No. I don't think I am. But I've read lots and lots and lots of self-indulgent fiction on the subject.
I think that means you're okay, anyway, next question.
I just think in fiction it's nice. The idea of, you know?
She's a yandere fan. Oh, okay, I see.
I would say an appreciator. I wouldn't say a fan. That makes me sound like I'm
Oh.
some kind of weirdo. But I do
A
think
fandere.
that I don't like this. I just think that it's yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
that you can
Okay,
diffuse a
you're
lot of
sure.
situations if you're just crazier than the individual in question.
Yeah, you can diffuse a lot of situations if you kidnap people and keep them in a cage. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Um,
But oh my god, you played that route in Amnesia too?
What?
Huh?
Amnesia? What?
Oh, never mind. My bad.
The Dark Descent?
Nope, different. Yeah, no, the Dark Descent, yeah.
What?
Anyways, so, you need a prototype and you're running out of time. What do you throw in the kernel sprite? Can you explain what the kernel sprite is? Because I'm not
Okay,
super great about
so-
it. It's like an assistant ghost, right?
It is, imagine the console command.
Gotcha.
You're familiar with console command?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the narrator and the console, like the narrator of a story-driven video game, and the console command gets smashed into one creature. And the kernel sprite determines, essentially, it's like, do you use Microsoft or Linux or Apple? It's
you just-
basically asking what?
Oh, Serenity's here. Serenity, do you want to come talk with us about Homestuck? I know you just finished singing about Homestuck. Do you want to come hang out and talk with us and do the Homestuck aspect
And do
quiz
the
with
Homestuck
us?
quiz.
We're
Yeah,
doing the
yeah, yeah.
Classpect quiz because I tried to dye my hand gray. And now there's only just little black and gray specks all over my hand.
And
Like
she's
I've got
drunk a
some
little
kind
bit.
of mold growing on my fingers. It's kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little unsettling. Just about
Oh,
to get
yeah,
dinner.
go get dinner,
Have
girl.
good dinner! Have good dinner! Mwah, mwah,
Mwah.
mwah.
She's here in our hearts.
She's here in our hearts. You'll be in my heart. Okay. Anyways, so
So a kernel sprite is essentially the it's like the brand of computer you use. It determines how your session is going to go, so it's very vital. Like obviously you choose a Mac an Apple if you want, like, I don't know, Photoshop, right? Like you know what I mean? Like different
if you do
computers
not want to
different things.
game,
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what a kernel sprite is. It determines the rest of your game.
gotcha.
So choose carefully.
I get it. I'm comprehending it.
It will. It's basically a sentient AI narrator type deal.
Mm.
So I'm gonna choose.
I put a standee of Daiya Fortuna in the kernels, right? Oh god.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
That would be so scary.
I think
Yeah. I was gonna do video games so that I can make Dimitri Alexander Blythe from Fire Emblem Three Houses real
you.
and obligated to talk to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, okay, but I have to know post or pre time skip.
Post, obviously.
Okay.
He's missing an eye, and he's like Santa Claus coded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Why does everything come back to Santa Claus with you? Are you just exclusively is it just like individuals who look like Santa
I had
Claus?
experiences, is all I'm gonna say, on live television.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how to handle that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What did you choose?
I haven't chosen yet. I'm thinking. Give me a second. I think putting myself in it would be really funny.
Because then you could eat yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you could eat yourself.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
doing
no.
it. Anyways, okay, next one.
Okay, next one.
Right before you enter, you start thinking about where you're going to end up. What do you hope your land is like?
Okay, so for those who don't know, whenever you start your game, you get a land, like a planet that's essentially specialized to you.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful and everything you've ever wanted. So you have to choose one that you want it to look like.
Rocky, so water world, something natural and quiet, covered in active cities, world of ruins, tripping rainbow neon world, dangerous world.
Okay, can we say at the same time what we want each other, what we think each other is going to choose for this one?
Give me a second. Let me think about you for a second. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
Ruins?
go. A dangerous world full of traps that you can use to your advantage. What?
I thought yours would be the world of ruins.
Yeah, that is mine.
Yeah.
But I was saying you.
You think it's gonna be full of traps? I'm gonna
I think you
step
would
on
use
one
those
of them.
traps. Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna step on one of those. I know myself. I'm gonna step on one of them.
I thought you were gonna use those to kill people.
That,
I mean, help
no,
people.
I'm not. No. I think
Oh.
mine would be.
You guessed mine correctly, which is good.
Yeah. I feel like
You're
I
really
feel
smart.
like I comprehend the vibe. I think honestly, I think the idea of like a world covered in like
Yeah.
I want to see the trippy neon rainbow world.
I think you do as well.
I really hope it's covered in like eyeballs and weird stuff like that. I don't
I
really
think
want
it's basically.
yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be weird. Maybe.
I was gonna say it's basically a VR chat world. Trippy
Yeah.
neon rainbow world.
I love.
You know.
Yeah. Okay, congrats, you're in. What are you going to do now once you've grabbed a weapon and beat up a few imps for experience?
Do you like crafting? Oh, there's a crafting option.
I would say probably experimenting with alchemizing for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I love
tracks.
nothing more than like doing weird experimental shit. It's my
Yeah,
favorite.
min-maxing. Yeah.
No meat dimension is on the list. That's the real issue. Is Trippy Neon Rainbow World's gonna have to do because there's no meat zone.
That's true.
Crying,
It
sobbing.
could be rainbow meat.
It could. The meat could be rainbow.
I put leaving your house to explore your new land because I love exploring.
That also makes sense. Yeah.
You've reached our first gate and find yourself in a village full of insert favorite color here, colored, insert favorite amphib reptile here.
Oh God. Okay.
So yours would be like what, like red? Jennifer Coolidge? No, she's not.
No.
She's not a reptile.
I would say a Mon is pretty amphibious. I know that you're stingrays, but like you got little feet. You can be frog adjacent. You're fine.
You guys,
Little
oh
frog
my
ray
God, that's
guys.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a planet full of Mon-Mons.
Yeah. They're fine. They're good.
I think Luli's would be like a planet full of blue tiny Godzillas.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what mine would be. I think
Yours-
salamanders are cool.
No,
What do
yours
you
would
think
be
mine
yours
would
would be specifically spiny toads, little guys that shoot blood out of their eyes.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
They also do a really funny thing. The spiny toad lizard, or the horned lizard. They're also the ones I think. Are they the ones that do the little dance on hot pavement?
Oh yeah.
No, they're not. But the ones I was thinking of like the little ones that do the little bup on the hot pavement. The Mon
the little
zone.
guys, the ones that run really fast.
Yeah, I can't remember what those ones are though.
They're like desert lizards, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to become the Mon's emperor and or god queen.
That makes sense.
As that is, yeah, I think. Befriend the locals. I'm also befriending them. See if they have any awesome motifs I can buy. No, they work for me.
They work for you. Tax free.
Recruiting them as secret council and traveling the land together sounds pretty good, but no, I top one.
You could start
I'm not. Some Monmons, there's a very small
taste.
subset of Monmons who would love for me to enact violence upon them, but no.
Okay, so not that one.
No.
Okay, you're traveling your planet searching for your second gate. You can see it up ahead when a beefy Prospitian, armed with a pair of brass knuckles and a fancy hat, blocks your path. He
Kill
looks
that guy,
angry.
take his hat.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
I'm gonna bribe him. Actually, I've decided.
Take that man's fucking hat. Oh shit, there's not an option.
There's number two is beat him up and take his hat, just in too many words.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I could just bribe him.
I chose bribe because I'm exploring and I probably have a lot of goods at this point.
Yeah.
You probably have a lot of items too because you've been alchemizing. But follow your heart. You immediately said beat him up and take his hat, so I think
I want to beat that man up and I want to take his hat. His hat's sick.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd like to steal his hat and sneak off, but that's not an option. So beating him up and taking his hat is the next best.
The next best one.
Yeah. Steal
we're
his
almost
fit.
done.
Yippee! You and your teammate both have different plots for how to deal with the Durcian royalty. Convinced their plan is perfect. You think it's horrible and stands at least a 90% chance of resulting in one of your deaths. You told your teammate why the plan is flawed, but they tried to change the subject.
Is this about us?
They're going to go to sleep and put the first part of their plan into action. How do you respond? Yeah. Oh, so we're having marital problems. We're having friendship problems.
I think this play is about us.
Yeah.
So like I'm the one that has a terrible plan that stands at least 90% of chance. So how do you deal with me? Kill me or put me in a pit?
No.
No? Knock me out, maybe?
But I would say
because I'm gonna sabotage. If it was you and your plan sucked, I would sabotage you so your first step would not.
I was also thinking that because I don't want you to not think that your plan is good. Like I don't want to be mean to you and think your plan's not good. But like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would also be like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm so sorry. Like, because I don't want to, but we have to spy versus spy style it because I don't think that we're both very like aspirational individuals where we both have like goals and I want to respect that, but at the same time, like, yeah, I think we're just spy versus spying each other.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
While doing some late game grinding, you stop to rest inside a cave. Despite a normal exterior, you discover an interior more akin to a Victorian-era home.
Sick.
Seated at a desk in front of you is a white horse with no facial features and a green bow tie. Okay, so Slenderman.
Creepy and weird.
The horse emits a series of telepathic neighs and whinnies, which you immediately understand to be a proposition. The horse will grant you incredible powers, among them super strength, super speed, regeneration, and glowy skin. Oh, regeneration, you could grow back your leg when you eat it. On the condition that if you accept your teammates' sprites, will all instantly die.
Well, I can eat my leg. I'm kidding.
As you comprehend the gravity of the situation, laughs a very evil horsey laugh. At least you think it was evil. What would an evil horse laugh even sound like? And more importantly, do you make a deal with the devil? So, in this context, the sprites, if the teammate sprites die, I believe the player dies as well, right?
Under normal circumstances, yeah.
Yeah. So you would be killing your friends. I don't trust the bad horse is gonna keep its word.
Wait, isn't the sprites just the kernel sprites though?
I don't.
Because it says sprites. Because it says yes, because you're pretty sure you'll benefit your team more with your superpowers than their sprites would. So, like, essentially you're condemning them to, like, not having
They won't have
abilities,
any
right?
powers, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just the kernel sprites.
Oh yeah, the whatever we prototype will be what the enemies look like and their strengths.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I do want to beat up a lot of Dimitris though. That would be cool.
That would be sick.
This is a hard question.
I'm gonna say no.
And what's your reason?
Well, the sprites are kind of a, like, yeah, they're alive, but like, I don't know. Like, the appeal of, yes, making a deal with the devil for demonic superpowers does seem really cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It seems really sick.
And you could eat your own leg.
And I'm really tempted. Really, really, really tempted. But teamwork is important, and this dude is super sketch, so...
So you're saying no?
I don't think I deserve... I should get to dictate whether or not these, like, my friends, like, little guys live or die.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it's weird.
Yeah, but I don't...
I said no because I don't trust Bad Horse.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust that guy. That guy's sus.
Now you're much higher leveled with only a bit of preparation and training left to do in your co-player's land before you can face your Denizen. So I think the Denizen is the god of the world, and you have to kill it, I think. Before you know it, an incredibly contrived situation unfolds before you. Your favorite Homestuck kid troll
Absolutely not kill him. Sorry.
Who would it be? Who would it be?
Aradia is my favorite troll, but Jade was my favorite kid.
Oh. So you would immediately kill Jade?
No, I just it was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't read the question. I just thought it was a funny thing to say. It just felt right.
Okay, well, they burst through the portal badly wounded, making a last stand against furious horror terrors pouring through after them. At the same time, you see your co-player's house. Whoa.
Oh, I'm saving my fucking co-player.
Yeah.
That's not even a fucking question. That's stupid.
No?
What do you mean?
So you're gonna save the troll rather than the player?
No, I'm gonna save
There's
my
house?
co-player.
Okay.
It's stupid to not. I don't like what?
Here,
I'm
give me
sorry. I'm sorry, but no. Oh, Bastard is. You have an impossible task that's always achievable, or fight them in a basically impossible fight. Ah. I would just do the task, I think. I think I'm pretty smart. I think I could rub enough brain cells together to do it, I believe. I think I could. Yeah. Trying to think about other moments in, like, Homestuck history. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that much of it. Let me see here. Let's see. I know there were a lot of, like, really... One of the things that I was really, really big into was, like, comic dubs and things like that. I think, actually, funnily enough, ironically enough,
Sorry, there was a feral cat. They're having mating issues.
Oh.
Outside the hideout. Sorry, they were, like, screaming at each other. I thought it was my cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're
I'm
like,
back.
yeah.
Hi.
Welcome back. I was just going to say that I was talking about like the Homestuck, like, comic dubs and, like, how crazy those got, and it was, like, my first time seeing those, and how that kind of got me interested in, like, fan related, like, voice dubbing. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the fan made stuff for Homestuck was crazy good.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. Oh, yeah. We have one more. We gotta hurry. We gotta do this so we can be free of 15 million question quiz.
Forever.
It's 15 questions. It's not that huge, but still. We did it. Now we've made a new universe and achieved godhood. You're kind of bored. You decided to mess around a bit. You managed to... Ew. I don't want to become the creator of the comic. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that. I'm just gonna. Oh wait, ignore Homestuck and create your greatest masterpiece, Sweet Bow and Hella
Oh.
Jeff the musical, maybe.
Musical?
Or. Oh, no, huh? Ignore Homestuck for the day and spend the money on overpriced food and hookers.
Jesus. Oh my god. Tempting. Tempting, but I'm gonna have to say no to that one. I think I want to declare Homestuck officially over Daiya. I think I want to kill Homestuck.
I think that's a good one, but yeah, I think killing it is like better as a whole.
You should do the last one if it brings you joy.
The idea, my brain immediately went, you know what? I've always wanted to. I've always thought about, and I know this is gonna sound really weird. Have you ever considered like what it would be like if you were to hire someone and then just be like, hey, do you want to just like play buckshot roulette? Have you ever played buckshot roulette? And so my brain was like,
hey, you want to eat some ribs and play buckshot
yeah,
roulette with me?
my brain was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make so many friends. I'm gonna hire a bunch of beautiful women who are ladies of the night to come hang out and play video games. And I'm gonna eat a bunch of food.
Love that, right? And I would love that. That sounds awesome.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty, yeah, I think I'm gonna use the money on food and hookers.
Yes.
Because the more I think about it, the more I'm a big fan. I want those ribs.
I think I hate Homestuck more than I like hookers.
That's really
so
unfortunate.
I think my choice,
I believe in your ability to make friends with hookers, but I also support and respect your decision to end Homestuck. Because somebody needs to somebody one day is gonna have to old yeller it, because the thing is it keeps going even after the fan base no longer. Repo, oh my god, whoa, yeah.
What if we played Repo with some wonderful ladies of the night?
Some wonderful women of the night, of the evening, of the late hours. That would be great.
Late hour ladies. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to submit? Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Oh, I pressed it immediately.
What did you get?
I got Mage of Light.
Yay!
What'd you get?
I got the Mage of Rage.
we both ended up in mages, which is a weird thing.
We both ended up as mages.
Late players have power over fortune. Holy shit.
That's you.
Oh, that makes sense. That fits.
That's you. What does it say?
They have power over fortune. As such, their powers allow them to understand fortuitous outcomes in the events that lead to them, or to directly alter the likelihood of those outcomes occurring. Despite the title of light, many light heroes tend to be darker than their companions and are willing to take more risks in the pursuit of success. Whoa.
Oh. Damn. Huh. Okay.
Okay.
That's
I
nice.
learned a thing
I got
today.
Mage of Rage. It says, rage players enact their will through anger or through its manipulation. While an active rage player might use their own rage as a weapon, a more passive one could use their powers to alter the people's emotions, whether better or for worse, in order to make their goals reality. I don't know what that means, but that sounds cool.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Light is literal light information. Look. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Wasn't Gamzee Rage also?
He was the Page of Knight of Rage or something. Page of Rage. Something like that.
Mage is the passive of witch. Oh.
I think I'm the Witch of Rage, to be honest. I think I didn't answer the last two questions because I was busy stopping the cats from killing outside.
Yeah. You didn't. That's
I think I'm the Witch of Rage. I've decided.
That's valid. Understandable. I get to use magic.
Thank you for having me on this
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for this absolute chaos. I had only planned to stick my hands in alcohol and Sharpies and hadn't really figured out much else past that. I'm not going to lie. This is a fun opportunity to talk about something I haven't talked about in a long time, but it was just an excuse for me to stuff my hands in alcohol and Sharpies.
Are you feeling a little bit better?
I still have a horrible headache, but I'm okay.
Yeah, but the drunkenness, has it gone away?
Oh yeah, it was like a brief like stint, but it quickly passed. So I'm fine. I'm good.
All right.
Valid
Thank you for
excuse,
having me. Bonbons, thank you.
for
Thank you
being
so much.
here. Bye bye.
Happy April 13th.
Happy. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody. Bye.
Ugh. Well, did you have a happy April 14th? My God, April 13th. Did you have a good day? Did you have a happy Homestuck day? Did you learn something? Do you feel like you learned something? I'm gonna go through a really heartbreaking process. I'm gonna take off the horns. I'm gonna take off the face paint. And I'm simply going to become a woman now. Yeah, I know, heartbreaking, but... Oh wait, I gotta kill Bossy really fast. Bup 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 bup. There we go. She's gone now. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and for hanging out with me today. I really had a good time. I am shedding my dark past. I'm moving into the future, into the present, but I really, really enjoyed getting to hang out with you today, Mon Mons, and talk about something that normally I wouldn't have. So that was a really, really fun opportunity. And I hope that even though this was probably very confusing for a lot of people, I hope that you had fun in spite of it. Daiya Fortuna, I thought it was a troll along. Whoa! Whoa. I learned a lot about Sharpies today. Me too. I didn't expect them to make a film. That was kind of weird. That was pretty surprising to me, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna go get some dinner and relax and hang out and work. Maybe schedule will come out tomorrow. It depends on how I'm feeling, but we'll see. As someone who despises Homestuck, you made it fun. I'm glad. It was a stream, alright. It sure was. Yeah. So, I hope that you enjoyed. Shannon, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the fun deep dive stream, Daiya. I hope you have a nice rest of your evening and a tasty dinner. Thank you so much. I will have a tasty dinner. I will have a very, very tasty dinner. Thanks to Monmon's kind words. Yeah. Thanks for the stream. Hope your head gets better soon. Yeah, I think I'm just tired a little bit, so I'm gonna get some good rest. But thank you so much, every Mon, for stopping by and for hanging out with me. This was something I've always wanted to do, just as a silly little, like, heck it, let's try something fun and silly. So I hope that you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Mwah. Oh, someone gave subs while I was away. Oh my gosh. Let me go and thank. Otto-san, thank you for the subs. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. And I will go and send you all for some more chaos, some more fun. Bye for now, Momons. I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now. Bing.